Hello. Today, I will talk about the risks and misconceptions associated with popular rules for calculating the required capital for retirement. Picture the most alarming situation you can imagine. It's not slaving away until your last day at work at 65. The real nightmare. Retiring in your 40s. Basking in early success, only to find yourself penniless at 75. Envision losing your ability to work, your skills forgotten, and staring helplessly at an empty account, all because you trusted a decades-old rule of thumb. Right now, an invisible crisis is silently sweeping through the financial independence crowd. Millions are chasing a magic number, believing that once it's reached, their future is bulletproof. They resign, celebrate, and move on unaware of the lurking danger. The harsh reality is that the math people rely on can and does fail. If it goes wrong, it's not just comfort you lose, but your pride as well. The real difference between financial ruin and lasting prosperity isn't luck, it's a choice between two formulas, 22x or 30x. My name is Iris Duval, and I spend a ridiculous amount of time studying the subtle boundaries that separate the comfortable from the constantly worried, the secure from the stressed. If you're hustling, saving fiercely, and chasing freedom, yet find yourself haunted by doubts that maybe you're not calculating your future right, this video is for you. Smash that subscribe button and like this video, because today, we're putting conventional financial wisdom under the microscope. We'll re-examine the famed 4% rule, revealing why the 22x standard might backfire in the economic climate approaching 2026, and why the 30x philosophy may be the only path to peace of mind. This isn't just about numbers, it's about ensuring you never have to take a greeter job at a big box store in your 80s. Why is 22x so tempting? Because it feels doable. The basic idea, made famous by the Trinity study, is straightforward. Multiply your yearly expenses by 25 to get your freedom figure. Spend $50,000 a year. You need $1.25 million invested. Theoretically, withdrawing 4% annually, adjusted for inflation, should support you for 30 years. But there's a catch: those 30 years. Retire at 65, and it might see you through to 95. Here's where 22x starts to collapse. The Trinity study boasts a 95% success rate over 3 decades, but stretch that to 50 or 60 years. And the odds fall dramatically, especially considering the recent volatility before 2026. Relying on a model that has a 1 in 10 shot at failure is gambling with your future. You might think, just save a bit more, but what's required isn't a little, it's the 30x rule. Instead of planning for a 4% withdrawal, you scale back to 3%. That means you need to save 30 times your annual expenses. Let's return to our previous example. Someone who spends $50,000 annually under 22x needs $1.25 million. But under the 30x system, they must save $1.65 million, a $400,000 difference. For most high-income savers, putting away $40,000 a year. That's a decade more spent working, commuting, and navigating corporate politics, and a decade less spent with family. This is the core tug-of-war of contemporary personal finance: risk running out of money at 22x, or risk missing out on life by working towards a 30x security net you might never actually use. Why is the 22x mantra particularly risky now? It overlooks sequence of returns risk. This is the investment world's version of getting punched in the face the moment you retire. Your portfolio shrinks to $1 million. You still have to withdraw $50,000, dropping you to $950,000. Recovering from such a hit gets tougher the deeper you dig. The 22x concept is built on average market returns, but nobody's life is average. If you retire straight into a recession, your odds of running out of money spike. By contrast, 30x acts as a shock absorber. Even after big losses, you're still above the survival line. It isn't about extravagance. It's about extra resilience. However, there's a mental tax to the 30x approach that's rarely discussed. It's called one more year syndrome. People who hit 22x often convince themselves to work just one more year, then aim for 25x, then 27x, and on and on. They end up hoarding wealth like dragons, terrified to leave the security of their cave. The calculation for 30x is safer, no denying it, but beyond a point. The extra money does little to improve your life. You can always earn more money, but the healthiest years of your life can't be bought back. So, what's the alternative? Leave your high-stress job, passion-based. Let your investments keep working in the background. In reality, many expenses can be dialed back in tough years. If you're comfortable tightening your belt when markets dip, 22x could be enough. If you demand total spending immunity from economic shocks, you'll need 30x. The bigger your safety margin, the more you pay for the right never to budget. There's another, often overlooked factor: skyrocketing medical costs and longer lifespans. Healthcare expenses have exploded, especially in the final years of life. Proponents of 30x will tell you that buffer is there to cover those unpredictable healthcare needs decades down the line, not just your lifestyle today. Retiring on the minimum means you're betting on perfect health, a risky wager. A larger cushion is effectively self-insurance, allowing for better options later in life. At the end of the day, the decision between 22x and 30x hinges on your personality. Are you an optimist who can adapt to setbacks and adjust your course? Or are you someone who needs absolute certainty? If you're flexible, 22x may be enough. If you crave peace of mind above all, 30x is your ticket. Remember, you're not just accumulating money, you're buying choices and freedom from worry. So before you chase a number just because it's popular, take a hard look at your own budget and plans. Run your own simulation. If half your spending is truly optional, 22x could be more than enough. If most of it is locked into fixed costs, think bigger. Don't become so focused on future formulas that you forget to enjoy the present. If you have your spreadsheet open and you're still unsure, leave your number in the comments. Are you team 22x or team 30x? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If this breakdown brought you clarity, please like, subscribe, and join the discussion below. Let's build real resilience for real lives together. If you want more insights like this, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button and tell me in the comments what's your number. Let's talk about it.